What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. Title of this video is She's Straight, but She Doesn't Like Men. There are women out here who are straight, right? But their rhetoric is of they don't like men. And it's kind of counterproductive because for some odd reason they don't realize, like when the ladies come on and say you men are bashing women, the guys are not saying that they wouldn't date women or they wouldn't be in relationships with women. They're talking about their dealings with women, and these are the women that they're tired of dealing with, and they won't deal with women when they meet women like this, and that's the majority of the women they meet. Now you can also say, okay, these guys, this is who, this is a reflection of you, whatever. That could be true too. But there are women who, that rhetoric, all men are dogs, all men are pigs. Pigs, black people don't say pigs, but unless they talk about cops. But that's a whole nother story. Black, men are dogs, men are cheaters, men are gonna abuse you, men are use you. To have all this connotations of men is always in a negative, right? So she's straight, but she doesn't like men, and that underlying hatred, disdain, apprehension, or even fear gets in the way of all of these interactions with men in relationships, to the point where it becomes self-sabotaging, because you're looking at men and looking for men to be the worst individual, and when he's not the worst, then it's well, he could be, he might be, he should be, I don't believe it type of thing. Part of the underlying thought process of he's too nice. See, it's never he's too mean. You hear what I'm saying? Like, you're apprehensive if a person is too nice because they're trying to lure you in. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna be in your dreams like Freddy Krueger. I'm so nice to you, and I'm gonna kill you in your sleep, like that, right? They get the four fingers, just you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but she's straight, but she doesn't like men. And then you have these girls who go both ways, who muddy the waters because yeah, girl, and they like this, but they not. But you forget your girl don't like men because she don't like men. And when she's on that I don't like men tip, she's gonna really put some sauce on why you shouldn't like men, and you gonna go with it, right? But you straight and you don't like men, and this time she don't like men and whatever, right? So you forget about that part. But she's straight and she doesn't like men, which plays out into the dating scene. She's gonna use these guys. See, she's straight, but she doesn't like men, but she's gonna date guys, but she's dating them with the intentions to use them. And that's okay because she feels like she doesn't like men. Men are no good. Men are beneath her, blah, blah, blah. So when you dehumanize a person and you say they're less than, but at the same time you justify your bad intentions with them. You justify your bad attitude with them. You justify putting yourself in their company and demeaning them and using them and treating them poorly because they ain't nobody. But you're not saying to yourself, why did I even do this? They deserve it. These guys deserve it. You're like, okay, so if these guys deserve it, what do you deserve? Because I think one of the problems with this ideology is when you dehumanize a person, you also absolve yourself from the idea that you'll get karma from doing this person wrong. They're nobody, so why would life pay me back for this, right? They're beneath me, so why would life pay me back for this? And then, when that karma hits, then it's I'm an angel, so it's got to be these men's fault. No, it's actually you're getting back what you put out into the world. But since you're getting it back through a man, you're forgetting that you gave the same thing to a man, but because you don't like men, in your mind it didn't count. Now I might be putting that ideology on some people. I get it. Or people might feel that. I get that. But this happens. I've seen it happen. I've dealt with it happen. I've dealt with the fallout. I've dealt with friends who took years to realize, man, I'm getting treated like this because of how I treated those people back in the day. But years have passed in the middle of not understanding why they kept meeting a certain type of person, right? Or they were attracted to. But she's straight, but she doesn't like men. You know, she uses men as a sexual object too. You know, we don't talk about that part. You know, she wants you to come through at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. She wants that too, right? But she don't want anything from you but that. She likes you then, but after that, she don't like you no more. She didn't like you before, actually. She just liked that part about you. And we don't talk about, okay, the how can I say this? Okay, I was watching a video and a young lady was talking about men. But I don't think she took into consideration that what she was saying about men, men need to be nice and men need to have more manners and men need to approach women in a certain way. It was asking Nathaniel. He had two lesbians together. One looked like a actual stud, and the other looked like you wouldn't have known. But the one that looked like you wouldn't have known, she wanted guys to approach her in a certain way. And it's like, but if you're looking at it like, but you don't like men though. So, and Nathaniel brought that up, like, but you might have a different type of approach because you like chicks or you used to like men or whatever. So you might take things more offensive than a straight woman would, right? And the reason I bring it up because there was another sister who was talking about men who's actually straight, and sometimes feminism doesn't realize, like women who have feminist ideology don't realize you have the same talking points as a feminist, as a straight woman who's been in feminism, and as a bisexual woman, and as a lesbian woman. All y'all have the same talking points, but you're straight, but you don't like men. The other groups actually don't like men and they're not straight, right? But y'all talk very, very much so the same. So guys can't really differentiate if you actually would deal with men or you one of those women who don't deal with men, because all the talking points are the same. I got a friend like that now, and I was like, you talk like you don't like men. I know she does, but she's around women who go both ways and women who go the other way, and men who trying to be women, and they're all saying the same talking points. And it's like, you realize nothing differentiates y'all mentally, right? Now, the reason I bring that up is because what winds up happening is when she's straight but she doesn't like men, she doesn't realize that other people are just throwing those talking points out there to try to pull her into the other side. And that's the part. It's like you didn't see that coming, because even the particular friend I was talking about just now, she used to say, she don't like men approaching her, and she would put herself in more female environments to feel safe. And now, guess who? Now she's tired of women approaching her, because the women are approaching her, but it's supposed to be different because it's women, right? And now you're putting yourself in that environment, whether you knowingly or unknowingly, because a lot of times people are just mixed in, you have no idea. But she's straight, but she don't like men. The third thing about this is she doesn't like men, and she's hard to be in a relationship with because she doesn't like men, because she doesn't feel she has to put any effort into being with a man. This idea, if a man wants to be with me, a man has to do this, a man has to do that, a man has to do this, a man has to do that. But it's always absent of, okay, to keep that man, what do you have to do? And it's just that blank, nothing. What are you talking about? So that comes from, you straight, but you don't like men, because even if a man does all those things for you, you feel like you have nothing, you don't have to do anything for him. You feel like, he a man. He should just be happy that I'm with him, right? And that's not gonna work at all. So, and then you wonder, well, these men are staying, these men are leaving, these men are abandoning us, but you're not taking into consideration. You're straight, but you don't like men because if that man asks you to do something, you might buck him on that. And beyond that, you don't have it in you to do anything for him because you don't like men. So then he's not really getting anything from dealing with you because you don't care about him and your actions say it. Because he always has to ask you and tell you to do something because you don't really want to do it. You don't even want to think to or willing to do it without, because it's in your heart to do it for him. So that's my thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.